WSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
And I'm WSA 9 meteorologist Topper Shutt. We are still tracking this disturbance. It's going to become Tropical Storm Imelda over the weekend. So check back with Mary and Michaela. And the tracks are pretty much in agreement, although there's a lot of outliers that pull this off to the east. But really, we think, for the most part, it's going to go and make landfall in the vicinity of Charleston, probably as a low-end hurricane or a high-end tropical storm. But for us, it's going to pull some bands of rain and showers and storms as far north for us Monday night into Tuesday. So that's a good thing. All right, Umberto. Category 1, forecast to be a Cat 4 now. That's just crazy. Still moving between the coastline of the eastern U.S. and Bermuda. Pretty far away from Bermuda. You're going to get some pretty big swells there, but I think the bulk of the winds, they'll probably have nothing over tropical storm force winds. And here's the spaghetti plot with Umberto. Much more confluence. See how tight the lines are? Each line represents a computer model that says, I think it's going this way. That's very good agreement. Don't think we'll see any surprises with that. Although, you know, when you get two big storms, they can't interact with each other. Right now, we're going to keep them separate. Okay, pollen count. Well, you know, not bad. Kind of a good bad thing. So low for trees, low for grasses, low for ragweed, but high for mold spores. And with the rain and showers and storms coming in Saturday, mold spores are going to stay high. Everything else will stay low, so that's your kind of double-edged sword here. All right, we got a game tonight at the ballpark and a concert afterwards. Looks pretty good. I mean, some clouds, yes, kind of toasty. Low 80s by 6 o'clock, then falling into the mid-70s by 9 o'clock and mid-70s by 10 o'clock during the concert. So that's actually a pretty good night for baseball. All right, so we have more storms on the way. So we're going to issue a weather impact alert all day Saturday, and the impact's going to be showers and storms. Some of those could be strong. Some could have some heavy downpours, okay? So I would keep plans flexible. I would cancel any plans outside Saturday night. That just looks like a no-go. Keep your umbrella handy, get the dog towels out, you know the routine, and download the WSA 9 app, and let us push you notifications in case any of that becomes severe. So Friday night, tonight, we're fine. You know, temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s. That's really a pretty nice night. We were seeing a couple of sprinkles way out toward Culpeper, but for the most part, your Friday night plans are safe. But goes downhill fast. Here's showers and storms down toward Culpeper and all the way to D.C. as early as 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Again, scattered showers and some rain. Notice the winds out of the east-northeast. That is not a warm wind, okay? By, 1 o'clock, we're still looking at scattered showers, periods of rain across the board. Right now, nothing heavy in terms of storms, but wet. And temps, not moving much. Upper 60s, low 70s. Now we see some big storms, southern Maryland pushing across the bay. So the axis of heavy storms has moved eastward a little bit. Still, we're not out of the woods for seeing some big storms in parts of the metro. And temps, upper 60s. So this is 6 o'clock. You can't really grill out. We get into, say, 10:30. We still have showers north of town. I mean, I suppose you could be out the rooftop late night. Temperatures in the 60s, but still, we have some showers and some big storms moving across St. Mary's County into the Delmarva. And then Sunday, well, not great, but better. Okay, 60s to start with clouds. Cannot rule out a sprinkle here or there. That's 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And then by 12:30, again, these northeast winds are not going to let this cloud cover go away. Sprinkle possible, but you can still do stuff on Sunday. By evening, temperatures at least in the mid to upper 70s, mostly cloudy skies, and we get into Sunday night. You can do stuff Sunday night, eat outside. It's still warm. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s across the board. Okay, so the weekend. There's our weather impact alert on Saturday. Some clouds, maybe a sprinkle on Sunday. Temperatures in the upper 70s. The temps the next 5 days stay pretty warm. Mid 70s on Saturday, but then upper 70s Sunday. We have a little less, shower activity. And then, boom, we're back in the low 80s Monday, upper 70s Tuesday and Wednesday. Then, check this out. So next week, coolest air of the season is going to roll in here. We're looking at 66 for a high on Thursday. It does bounce back a little bit back in the mid-70s, our first weekend of October. So here we go. There's your weather impact alert on Saturday. Pretty much on and off all day. Maybe a sprinkle Sunday, perhaps a tiny bit of sun, and then clouds increasing Monday as Imelda begins to throw clouds our way. And then on Tuesday, we're thinking periods of rain, showers, and storms as some moisture gets all the way up to the mid-Atlantic. Nice on Wednesday, partly cloudy. There's your cool day on Thursday. Kind of breezy, too. Lows 51 downtown. That means upper 30s, low 40s in the burbs. Nice on Friday, mostly sunny. Highs back up around 70.